It's the morning after. I had a rough day yesterday because my schedule was thrown off. My son has a bakery and he's also a videographer. He's learning this program called Blender. A lot of big movie studios use it to make like superhero movies and stuff like that. So he's making this superhero commercial for his bakery business, and he got his days switched up. Um, we have bipolar. Some of them have ADHD. One of them has bipolar 1. I have bipolar 2 and avoidant personality disorder, OCD. Even though OCD I haven't been diagnosed with. I know I have it. I've been diagnosed with the other two. So knowing what day it is pretty challenging around here. And he got his day switched up. And so nobody knew we were supposed to be shooting yesterday. Nobody was prepared. And I have a very long morning routine. It's about 5 hours long. And whenever my routine is messed up, I'm totally thrown off. And I was really struggling yesterday. I just, whenever my routines are broken, I just all over the place. And then I had to self-regulate and like prevent falling into a depression, and it was a lot. So now I wake up and I'm already drained and kind of just want to sleep. I feel like I have to catch up on rest and just there's so much that I want to do. I have a very ambitious mind, but something holds me back. Most of me just wants to sleep. I feel like my soul is tired, and then that makes my body tired, and then I just want to shut down. I don't want to be around anybody. I don't want to talk. I don't want to hear anything. I just want to be left alone. Just let me crawl into my shell until I'm ready to come out. And it's like I feel like God wants me to do certain things, and I just don't feel like doing. This is probably how my kids feel, and I want them to do their chores. But they always do it eventually. I'm trying to give myself grace, but it's like, am I being disrespectful to God? I don't know. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't feel like I ever get to put myself first because I don't want to do anything. I'm always doing stuff, and that's fine. That's the role I came to play, if that's what I actually did. So many different perspectives on why we're here, how we got here, who is God, who are we, what are we doing here, and it's just like I don't want to hear anymore. It's to the point where I don't even want to go on social media. I love YouTube, but sometimes I just don't want to go on social media because now I'm starting to have too many emotions. I'm seeing all these thumbnails, and it's just like it's the end of the world. This person got hurt, that person got hurt, and this is like. And then there's the positive things: people getting married, people moving, people coming out with new products, people doing everything that I ain't doing. It's cool though. I think I'm not gonna be indecisive. I think I'm not gonna be. That is, girl, that's crazy work. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with the flow. I'm gonna take a deep breath and tell God, I have every intention of doing what you want me to do. I'm moving a little slow. I got heavy Saturn placements. I'm going to come through because you always come through for me. Yeah, I think that's a good compromise. I just watched this video on YouTube and it's popped up for the past 3 days and I've been ignoring it. You know how you keep putting the same videos on your watch list and never watch them? And I finally watched it. It said, God wants you to stop consuming and start creating. I was like, oh my goodness. But I've seen a couple sayings in the past week or so that was like, the opposite of depression is expression. And he was saying that you feel unfulfilled because you're just consuming and you're not creating, which is true. I watch a lot of YouTube. And I noticed when I am more creative, I don't eat. It'll be like 5 o'clock and I'll be like, dang, I'm not even hungry. Because I've been shooting all day or editing or doing something. Anything where you're not consuming food, media, even reading a bunch of books. And he had a message in there. He was like, I made the mistake of thinking, all right, if I need to create, then I need to learn more so that I can create. And he was like, you're ready now. Because he's like, I wasted a whole another year reading like 100 books and stuff like that, and I still didn't feel fulfilled because I wasn't creating. It's all is taking in information and not doing anything with it. So then it's just like rolling around inside of you, and then it just becomes a distraction, a stress, maybe a disease. But if you take that energy and all that information, all that data, and all those emotions and stuff that you're ingesting through media, and turn it into something else that's useful, then you're not left with those feelings of being unfulfilled or sad or whatever. So I've determined I'm going to go at my own pace, but I'm going to go forward. That little 2-minute rule is great. If you want to do something, just vow to do 2 minutes of it. So if I want to work on my book, I'll vow to do 2 minutes of it to get that momentum going. And they say laziness is just inertia. Things that are at rest tend to stay at rest. So if you can just commit to 2 minutes of doing something, it won't seem so daunting and overwhelming. And then you look up, and it's been 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half hour, you're still doing that same thing. So all these little pieces of information I've learned, I'm going to put it into action. This is why I like learning new things, but all things need moderation. You know what's annoying? When people trauma dump on you constantly and tell you their problems and all that other stuff, and if you're ever having a bad day, this is not something I did, but this is something that's happened to me in the past. I've learned my lessons, so I don't do it anymore. And you're having a bad day, and they just keep asking you, what's wrong? You're like, nothing. And you finally tell them, and they're just dismissive. It's like, what you even asked me for then? I don't like that. People want so much from you that they're not willing to give you. They'll ask you for money, but they don't want to lend you none. They'll ask you to cook them food, but they won't cook for you. That's just wild to me. I don't like that. Can you see that? That's not smoke. That's how cold it is in my kitchen. Can you see that? That is crazy. I'm in here boiling some lentils and walnuts so I can make lentil patties. And I'm making a decaf hot chocolate. That is crazy. That's what I got going on. Anybody that thinks that vegetarians only eat salad or vegans only eat salad need to grow up. I'm plant-based and I eat real well. I'm in tearing these lentil walnut burgers up. Do you hear me? Some sauteed onion and mushroom. Well, I put mine in the oven because I'm a lazy vegan. I'm not saying no. If nobody's stove, I'm putting it in the oven. That's why you can fry these burgers like a regular burger, but I put mine in the oven and make a patty. And then you can turn it into crumbles and put it in a taco bowl or a burrito, make a sandwich out of it, or put it on a salad. All my dish towels, all my dish rags, and all my forks have come up missing mysteriously. It's like, what are y'all trading them for goods and services? Because where's my stuff? I just sent out a text message saying I am not in the mood for hugs today. Unfortunately, when you have sensitivity issues or you're a survivor from SA, you don't like being touched. And some of your family members may not understand or care about that, especially if they're kids, because they want their hugs. But like, I'm emotionally overwhelmed. Yesterday was a lot for me, and I need a break. I need solace, I need some silence, and I need some stillness. And my kids are teenagers and young adults, and I can send out a group text and let them know I need my space because I get overwhelmed, and I don't want to turn into the other side of me that is not so gracious or calm. So I just need to take a moment. I'm going to soothe myself. I'm going to move my body. I'm going to clean. I'm going to journal. I'm going to eat my favorite foods. And then later on, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to work on my book. I'm going to pray all through the day, and I'm going to stay positive minded, stay aware of my thought patterns, and just if I start to feel low, I'm going to coddle myself like my inner child. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to tell myself everything is good. I'm going to give all praise to the Most High. I'm going to check in with Spirit, and we're going to talk through this. Not every day is sunshine, but on them cloudy days, this is my playbook. Silence, stillness, good food, journaling, working out, reading, creating something. This is what I do. And then in a few days or in a few hours or whenever, I'll be more upbeat, and that's fine. That's fine. Another thing is I don't really want to keep saying, oh, I have bipolar and avoidant personality disorder. I don't even. This stuff is just trauma and spiritual afflictions, and that takes spiritual work, not medication. And I'm not knocking anyone that takes medication. I'm just saying it's not for me. I would rather use my body to heal my body. And if I can give my body the nutrients and the movement that it needs, it can heal itself. That means my mind can heal itself. But I have to build a supportive environment for myself. And sometimes that means telling my family to leave me alone. Leave me alone, please. Look at God. Yes. Thank you. She knew I needed a break from these boys. All the boys are gone. It's just me and little sister. I'm so happy. I needed a break.
We did on the day period. All they had to do is count 14 days from the day it started, and then that's when their ovulation cycle would be very high. They wanted to conceive or not to conceive and stuff like that.
I like to watch Earn Your Leisure because they have higher level conversations, and I've come to realize that the things that I watch is a part of my diet. The things that I do are also a part of my diet because they make me feel fulfilled. When I feel fulfilled mentally and spiritually, I don't need to eat or like be around people who are making me feel good about myself. I already feel good about myself. The work gives me value and makes me feel valuable. I like exercising my brain. I'm right hand dominant, but I've been practicing writing with my left hand, and I've been using my left hand a lot more because I want to wake up the parts of me that are dormant. The good parts of me that are dormant. Let's let the other stuff stay down there and lay it down. That's not to say that I don't believe in integrating your shadow. You absolutely should, but giving into your carnal nature is not something that I like to do. And apparently that's why ancient initiates didn't eat meat, because on a metaphysical level it awakens your carnal nature, and they were basically trying to be like gods, like completely enlightened. So they needed to be completely pure. That's just what I read. It is 17 degrees right now. That is crazy. It's freezing. I got the nerve to tell these kids I want to go to Alaska and see the Aurora Borealis. Girl, you wouldn't last one day in Alaska. Not one day. I think I'm going to fry the rest of my yuca. And this is the lentil walnut patty. I made this in the oven at 450 for 45 minutes. I'm going to make a spinach, cilantro, garlic mayonnaise to go on my sandwich. Well, these are going to be open face sandwiches because I over toasted my bread. It still won't smack though. And here are my lovely yuca fries. I put, what is this? I put dark chili powder on there, parsley, and pink Himalayan salt. And I chopped this up. You ever had cream chip beef over toast? Any 80s babies out there? That's how I'm gonna eat this. I overcooked my lentil patty a little bit. I'm just overcooking everything today, except for the fries. Can't win them all, but this is going to be delicious, and this is going to fill me up for the day. I'll probably have a tea later, or maybe a toasted peanut butter and jelly with coconut oil on it, and because it tastes like dessert, I'm telling you. But yeah, this is my meal for the day. I just wrapped it up. This is my salad from yesterday. I might start with that. But I need to eat a piece of fruit before I break my fast, which technically I already broke my fast because I had that coffee. But I cover this up so it can stay warm. I'm not really a fan of that. Drew bought it, but I prefer to use my Pyrexes with the tops. The glass Pyrex with the tops, but everything seems to be disappearing around here. But I feel much better than I did earlier. And just some moving around and some high level media and cleaning, praying, reflection, deep breaths, talking to you. I feel better. I'm glad I've reached a point where I don't beat myself up for having a rough day. And I also don't allow myself to like wallow in it. I don't know if you can see. Where's my finger? That bird. It's not, I can't zoom in on it, but I don't know what kind of bird that is, but that is the biggest freaking bird I've ever seen in my life, and I don't know what it is. But I definitely take that as a good omen. That's like a hawk or something. I don't know. It's huge. Wow. I feel like I'm being visited by an ancestor. You know what I love about what I do for a living? So often I catch very precious moments on video. I feel very whole right now, very felt, very seen, very protected, and I feel very grateful and I feel very grounded. This sensation of calm is just rushed over me. This connection to spirit and to God is the only thing that ever saves me. I love you. Thank you so much for being here on this healing journey with me. I really appreciate the community we're building. If you're interested in checking out more videos on spirituality, single parenting, or mental health, check out my videos. If you're interested in checking out my music, it's available on all music streaming platforms worldwide under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss. I love you. I look forward to sharing with you 2 new business ventures that I will be releasing, I guess, with soon. So I'll just leave it at that. So stay tuned for more great things from me, because if there's one thing that will have me disinterested in someone is if there's no growth. There's been a lot of channels I subscribed to that I unsubscribed to because I didn't see any growth in those people. 6 months later, a year later, 3 years later, same discussions, same conditions, same toxicity, and I don't want that to be me. So I love you and I look forward to our growth together. This is our year. I'll catch you in the next episode.